Amazing. Hi everyone. We are live again. Hi Jael. Guys, we
Hello.
are we are back on. We are live and we come to you as online business owners and business mentors to share another interesting topic with you. And again, it is one of the questions that we get asked in our about our online business, how legitimate this online business is. So my name is Jasmine. I'm here joining you from the UK, married with two kids. I'm a veteran after serving 25 years in the British Army, and I'm originally from the beautiful island of Jamaica. So I'll introduce you now over to JL, who's going to just tell you a little bit about herself, and then we can get started on this topic.
Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you are doing great today and your day has been going good. So, my name is JL. I am a registered nurse, a mom of four, a wife, an online business mentor. I'm originally from the Twin Island of Trinidad and Tobago, but now I live in Georgia, USA with my family.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Jael. And we were on yesterday. Trying to come on as often as we can. We know there's different audiences, and we know people are looking for change. And so we decided we want to come on and share different topics daily about our online business. So today we've got a question. I think Jael has popped the question of what makes this online business legitimate, because people ask this all the time, right? And there are so many aspects to this online business. So we want to just come on today and talk about some of the great things about this online business that makes it legitimate. The first thing I want to say to you is when I started this online business 2 years ago, we had about 170,000 people. We're at 200 and over 270,000 now. So one of the things I want to highlight is the numbers. And very often, you have the numbers and you have the statistics to show you how well the business is growing, and how people are, really jumping on board to make this work for them. So the numbers already is a good indication of legitimacy as well. So the first thing I want to say to you about this online business, what makes it legitimate, is how it is structured, right? We do have a platform, we have a training, we have a community, and the length of the business, we've been going now for 10 years. So that's the first thing. But the key thing I want to say to you, what makes this business legitimate, is the fact that you need, proper forms of ID to register, firstly, your online business. So when you start this online business, you do need your passport or driving license. I don't know what you use in the States, JL, when you register in your business,
Yeah,
but
either
there
your
are
ID
proper
card or your driver's license is
driver
fine.
license, just the same. So there's proper ID forms and cards and documentation that you need to start this online business with also a very reputable company that's been in existence now for 52 years. So that's the first point that I want to highlight about this online business that makes it legitimate, is the documentation that you will be needing to get your online business started. So I'll hand over to Jail for her to cover one point, and then I'll be back with my second point.
Right. So, when somebody asks me, I need to know more information about this online business, can you tell me more? This is the first thing I tell them. It's legitimate. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not one of those schemes. This is a legitimate business where you pay taxes with this business. So right now in the US, I don't know, when do you all do taxes in the UK? Um,
Normally it's April to April.
okay. So right now in the US, between January to I think the mid-April, we pay taxes. So
Hmm.
when you sign up, when you start this online business, you have to sign up a tax form. So as when tax time comes around, you can get your tax slip and you can pay that taxes legitimately. So I
Hmm.
already got my tax slip already on the way to paying taxes. So first of all, it's legitimate, and you
Hmm.
have to pay your taxes legitimately. So that is what this online business offers. So it's legitimate, and then this is a real skill based business. This business is about mentorship and it's real skills, and you get training. You get training, right? And I always tell people the training site is out of this world. I am like, whoo, look at this training site. I said the training site looks like Facebook with so much educational courses, and you can never get tired of information. So much
Hmm.
information packed. So this is a real skill based business, right? Where
Hmm.
you will be mentoring and helping other people start their online business. So you will learn how to mentor. and see how the importance of mentorship when it comes to business.
Mhm. The other point I want to cover, Jill, my second point is that we're very transparent with how we do things and our operations. Yeah, everything is very clear. Even when you're registering, we mentioned already about having proper forms of ID. Jill has mentioned about taxes and paying your taxes and all the regulations and all the lawful things that comes with it. But of course, you've got to provide, your address, telephone number. You've got to provide proper details. We are very transparent as well about how we advertise, and how we network this online business. And also, we're very clear about the terms and conditions. For example, when you start by paying your 149, we talk about the refund policy. We let you know that you do have 30 days to have a look around. Not a lot of people do that, to say, listen, okay, come have a look around, pay 149, have a look around in my business, see if this is for you, if you want to start with us. And if you're not happy within 30 days, as long as you haven't booked your strategy call, you can have that money back. So just to show you, and I think that highlights the legitimacy, because we're transparent about how we do things, your refund policies, we're transparent about how we advertise. You can do faceless advertising, warm marketing, paid advertising, whatever you want to do. You don't have to do it the way we do it. And I say this all the time when I come on. Sometimes people ask me that question as well. Do I have to do what you do? No, you can do it differently. You just have to be creative, be yourself, and make do your awareness the way you feel comfortable. So that's another point I wanted to highlight about the legitimacy of this online business. Back to you, JL.
Another question is, how do I get paid? Right? Because at the end of the day, you started this online business for payments, right? No matter if it's to grow your skills or whatever, you want to be paid at the end of the day. So, we are paid via verified payment channels, right? In the UK, you'll get paid through bank accounts.
Straight to your bank account,
Straight
yes.
to your bank account, right? In the US, we get paid through checks, right? And verified checks, right? That comes, you will see a lot of videos where people showcasing checks or whatever. Those are legitimate checks, and you can either change it in the bank, or you can change it via the mobile app. In the US, we can change it via the mobile app, which is very flexible, very easy. It's easier to do, especially if we have a whole lot to go into the bank. But yeah, so we get paid via verified channels, through checks, through bank accounts, and yeah.
Okay, cool. Another point I want to make about, again, on the same topic of how legitimate is our business, is about the professional presence that we have and the positive reputation. Like I said, guys, this business has been going on for 10 years. The founders of our business are very well known. They have been in magazines in Canada. They've won awards for creating this online business platform and this blueprint. And not only that, the individuals that have started their online business, of which I've said to you, there's 270,000 of us now. A lot of us are professionals, have professional jobs. You can check our pages to see that we didn't just, sometimes people advertise something, and when you look at their Facebook page, they have 2 followers, or they started it last week just to get you to start that business. No. These are real people that are engineers, doctors in their good profession, lawyers. We've got police officers. We've got, who's Araneth? She does, she's a detective, right? We have people have got very good professions that have started this business as their, second source of income. And very soon it's really paying them more than their general professions. So I want to say to you that there's a huge professional presence within this online business of people that are well known in their community, physiotherapists, all different professions that are not going to put their jobs at risk just to come on and tell you something that isn't true. And in addition to that, like I said, there's a lot of positive reputation here, testimonials as well. We get these week after week after week, and sometimes I'm gutted I can't even share. I can't share these videos with you because they're in our meeting. But people that come on and share their journeys, show you from day one. They have evidence to say this is where I was. This is where I was in life, and look at where I am now. And not only that, because when we have our meetings, we know who's on the leaderboard. We know who's doing well. We know generally people that have had a lot of built their business with a lot of mentees and so on, we can look and it matches up to say, wow, yes, it does make sense because that person's been on the leaderboard. Now they've now started, a real estate business. They have a car dealership company and so on because yes, they're earning really, really good money. So the repetition follows them, and the professional presence within this business really highlights again the legitimacy of our online business. Back to you, JL.
Yeah, like what you said about professions, because there are people of all professions in this business. You said police officers, nurses,
Yeah.
and we have licenses to obtain, to maintain. So we will not, we will not be in anything that and show our face like this, in social media and promote anything that is illegitimate. It's not
Mm.
legitimate. And as
Mhm.
you were saying that soldiers or whatever, I remember Soldier, she was in this business and she said she had to ask her, I don't know if it's corporal or I don't know,
Commanding. I
who
was
has
gonna I was gonna add
command.
that point. Yeah, because
Yes,
I
yes.
I had that experience, guys. So Jail is so right. When I started this online business 2 years ago, I was still serving. I was looking at leaving the army, so I had to write a letter because anything your life really isn't your own. When you're in the army, you signed over yourself to queen and country or your country. So whatever you're doing, any additional work, especially something like this, you have to ask permission. So yes, I had to write a letter requesting permission to say, I've started an online business. I'm doing it in my own time, evenings and weekends, or sometimes in the mornings. It's not going to affect my work. And it's not going to put the army in any sort of disrepute or in a bad position. And what I'm doing is legitimate and legal. I had to do that, and I still have that letter. So it's really interesting that you said that because, yeah, I had to ask permission
Right.
when I
Yeah.
started. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because she was giving us the experience that this is legitimate. I had to ask my commander or whatever about
Yes.
this and
Normally, a commanding
propose
officer.
that,
Yes.
right, and propose this. So you just can't do any and anything when you're in the army. So that
Yeah.
really makes
Yeah.
it legitimate. Yeah. I
Yes.
also want to speak about not being rushed. I mean, things like those get rich quick schemes and who want just come quick. Like when you start,
Hmm.
you get this money and you get this and you get that. Mm, we not even we're not promising you anything. We don't promise you anything. And we telling you that this is a legitimate business. It requires work, it requires commitment, diligence. You have to put in the work. But you know what? You have everything there for you. You have training, you have mentorship, you have everything you need to succeed, right? As long as you work well with your mentor, you follow the training, you follow you keep up to date with your business, and
Hmm.
you show up, right? So we're not rushing you to start anything. I
Yeah.
like that. And I think that is one of the main deciding factors for me in starting this business, that I was not rushed.
Hmm.
My coach was like, watch the information session, see if you like it, get back to me if you don't like, if you
Hmm.
want to go ahead and pursue it. And that is
Yeah.
exactly what I did. I took my time. I watched the information session. When I paid that 149, I took my time. We went over those pre-coaching videos to a T. I'm not telling you. To a
Yes.
T.
More than once. Yes.
Yes, watch them to a
Yeah.
T, and really go through and check out the pros and the cons, because it's a business. I mean, we're not gonna say that it's a bed of roses. As soon as you start this business, boom, boom, boom. You're good, and you have to put in the work. It's a business at the end of the day, but
Hmm.
it is a business that is doing so much,
Oh
for
gosh. Yeah.
thousands of people, and you know what? It can do the same for you, right?
Hmm.
If you take up this opportunity and see if it's for you.
Hmm. Hmm. And guys, just like anything else, when you're applying for a job, you do the same. You do the same. You have a look at what the job description is about. You probably even try and talk to other people who have done a job like that before. You do yourself all that due diligence. You do your research, and we encourage that. And that's one of the factors that I was drawn to this business. My mentor was like, watch the videos, watch them over and over, which I already did. But then she was like, do you have any questions? Is there anything else you want to ask? Take your time. And, they're very open as well. They were very open when I joined the business to say, listen, have a look. And if it's not for you, it's not for you, because online is not for everybody. And they were quite open. And I think that's what I like. You're right. right. Nobody was rushing us. They're like, if this isn't for you, it's fine. You can request your money back. And guys, that's another thing people do as well when they pay the 149. Some people test. They will say, okay, can I do a refund? And we're like, yep, just send this email, and you'll get the money back. And then they repay again because they use that as their test. Yeah, just to find out if the online business is legitimate. So some people do that as well. So I just want to say to you guys, just like JL said, this can change your life. It's changing people's lives in lots and lots of ways, providing them with something more secure for the future, something more secure for when the 9 to 5 doesn't work for you anymore, something secure for when you're tired of the 9 to 5, when you're frustrated, when you want to build a legacy, for your family, something that you can hand down to your children and your grandchildren. This is really an amazing opportunity. I still haven't seen anything with this kind of model and blueprint yet, and I've done a lot of online business research. I've seen lots of quick things, little courses and so on. Nothing like this that is so extensive. Like Jael was saying, the training is absolutely mind-blowing. And this is all included in that original 149 that you pay. You can go back at any time. You can refresh at any time. And guess what? The great thing is that the training is not just there. They're constantly updating it and making it fit for purpose, and up to date. So those are some of the amazing things about this online business. Like we said, very legitimate, needing proper paperwork. You can follow people who you've seen, and that are professionals in this online business. We have to follow the law and regulations. Taxes need to be paid, and the list goes on. So if you're there questioning, hopefully we've answered a lot of those questions about some of the requirements and some of the things that makes our online business very, very legitimate, right? I don't know if Jael has anything else that she wants to add to those points.
I just want to say, I hope at the end of this live, we rule out the legitimacy of this business, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So if you're a professional watching right now and you're wondering, is this what she talk coming all this time? Jasmine coming out every day, Jael coming all this time, coming to talk about this online business. Is this legitimate or not? This is legitimate, right? As we just to sum up everything we say, you pay a tax, you pay taxes with this business, you sign up a tax form to start this business, you get paid via verified payment methods. When you come into the community, you're gonna see professionals just like you, and even different professionals. We talk about police officers, nurses, soldiers. We talk about what Jasmine had to go through to start this business. She can just start right away. She had to go through her commander or whatever. All this, just shows the legitimacy of this business. So the question now is not that it's legitimate. Is this legitimate? The question are you ready? Are you ready to start something new? Are you ready? Okay.
Yeah. Guys, it's 2026, and I know a lot of people are out there struggling, looking around, and these are one of the things that you're actually worried about, but you have to just step out. We can't stay in our comfort zone, and business means taking a risk. There's not much risk with this business because, like I said, you still have 30 days, even after you've paid the 149 to join this exclusive community. You have time to do a refund if it is not for you. But like myself and Jael, trust me, you're going to be excited about what you see, and be surprised that you haven't found this earlier, that you could have started and made a lot of headway with this online business, because there's not much more of this concept and this blueprint out there. It's just like buying a franchise and running it. Everything is there prepared for you. You don't need a workforce or anything, but you're now running that franchise online. That is really what it looks like if I was to summarize it for you. It's a great opportunity. You'll be learning a lot. And guys, the things that you're learning from the training site, you can use for other aspects of your life, not just running this online business. I've learned so much about social media for business, tools that I can use, Canva and CapCut, and all of these AI tools that I can use to do so much more, and maybe to even run other businesses. And guys, within this business as well, again, what makes it legitimate is that we have even multiple streams of income within this online business. As you progress, you're unlocking different streams of income. So again, like Jael said, I hope we've dismissed that myth. or that question you might have, or the thought you might have. If you're a professional, if you're retired, if you're a mom, you're an immigrant, really doesn't matter. But the main thing is that, and this is something that we spoke about the other day, that you want change. That's the key thing. If you're happy to sit where you are, then this is obviously not for you. But if you want change, you want something different, then there is an online business here waiting for you. Great. So I think that's me for now. I don't know if there's anything else. Are we all done?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you're breaking up, Jael. Great. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I can hear you now. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you guys for watching. For those that are watching live, and if you're not and you're seeing the replay, again, I hope you got something meaningful from this. Join us again, because we're on from time to time, not just on Facebook, we're on TikTok. So you can like and follow our page. So whenever we are live, then you can get some valuable information, or you can go back and rewatch. We will also put under our video, we will put our website for you to go on and register, so we can send you more information. Right? Stay blessed. Have a lovely, is it Wednesday today?
Wednesday.
Yay, happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.